Hello, welcome back to my channel, Graveyard Tours. Okay, so this is, I'm in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and this is a very, very good find that I found. It's called the Bishop Jacob Ish Cemetery, and this is an Amish cemetery. I've never been to an Amish cemetery, so we're gonna go here. This is my very first time. So please join me, and if you would, hit that like button and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. So again, it's my very first time. It's on a steep hill. It's actually in an industrial center here in Johnstown. And so this obviously was here way before the industrial center was here. So let me just give it, first of all, let me show you this here. Okay, so this is a great find for me, and hopefully for you folks, because there are not many of these, and they kind of keep it quiet. So I had to do a lot of research to find this place. But let me just show you really quick where it is exactly. I mean, you know, in the area. So it's all industrial. So obviously this was probably an Amish farm out here at one time, and now it's, you know, sold. And so this was all farmland at one time. From the research I did, there's not a lot of information on this, okay? Just not. I tried to do as best I could on this. But so this was an Amish farm, or several Amish farms, because this area right here, if you can see, there's mountains everywhere, okay? And this was all Amish farm at one time, and it got sold off. But before it got sold off, this is where they would bury their dead. So again, let's take a look again real quick. Amish Bishop Jacob Ish Cemetery. Very cool, and I'm so happy they are preserving this. Now look at this. It says original. This is encased, and it says JE 18EO. I don't know. I would imagine this is Jacob Ish, and the EO, I'm not sure what that stands for. But join me for this one, because this is really cool. And of course they have it, you know, somebody put the PVC pipe just to show the boundaries. But look at this place. This is amazing to me. This is amazing. My first Amish cemetery. That says BY 1860. Incredible. Just incredible. Here's, now look at this carving, and they actually painted it, and it looks like somebody's keeping up this place very well. This just says MY. I don't think it means my. I think these are initials. 1881. So these are just initials, okay? And what I found out, and this just says DY 1810. So this is really old too. Let's see what this says here. 1774, Amish Bishop Jacob Ish, 1850. Husband of Susanna Miller, died 1842, and Barbara Miller, died 1879. Now here's Amish word. Amish language is actually just Old German. So Dean, I know I'm not going to say this right, so, but I'm going to do the best I can. Dean Wurst SD Waitrit John 1717. Okay, I know I screwed that up. Okay, so forgive me. Now I found out earlier too that the Mennonites and other religious sects, a lot of these tombstones, they wouldn't even put nothing on there. And in the beginning of my videos, I would think that they were slave stones, but a lot of them weren't. A lot of them were Amish or Mennonites, and they just didn't put names on them. So, but look at this. Let's go to this one now. This says Jacob Yoder. I hope you guys can see this. And it looks like it's 1906. He was 93 years old, 3 months. So usually they didn't even put the full names on it. I'm seeing a lot, but some of them they did. Now what these pipes here, these are copper pipes. I don't know why they're there. I have no idea, but you can tell that this was patched. This right here was patched. And it looks like it says Mother Sally Yoder, 1902. She was 80 years old. So they look pretty good age here. This is Jacob Yoder, died 1883, aged 22 years old, so he died very young. Another Jacob Yoder died 1831, also only 27 years old, and you can see that the work was done here. So they're taking care of this place. Somebody is, because where are these, and this just says baby, Barbara Yoder, 1852. So the reason why I say this place is being taken care of, I'm going to show you evidence that it wasn't taken care of for a while. But you see the green and the red painting, so somebody's coming around and touching up these every once in a while. It looks like that just says JY. David Ish, 1868 to 1901. Again, I don't know what these copper pipes are. They're there for something, and they're on almost all of them. So I don't know what they. Here's BY, 1860. Now again, you can see that the painting, somebody's touching up these. I'm only seeing green and red also. So I don't know what any significance that is. And this just says 3Y or 8Y. It's hard to tell. It's not very big. And again, just some initials that are pretty worn. Again, I don't see nothing here. This might have been a child because it's very small. Now here's what you see a lot in Pennsylvania is slate slabs. And it looks like they just grabbed any slate slab that had a flat surface and used it. 1897 Dura. And it says OP.R1 and the S is backwards. So I don't know what that means. So very cool though. But again, like I said, somebody's coming out here and touching up because they're painting white where the names are supposed to be, and then they're going away. Again, here's another slab that says 1880. Again, here's the S that is backwards. Look at that backwards S there. Very cool. Very cool. I didn't know they did their S backwards. And here, this is almost worn away. I'm sure somebody's going to come back to paint it. It looks like 1882. I can see 1882. I'm hoping you can see it too. This just says Shad, but it's S.H.A.D. And it looks like 1883 for sure. So those are hand carved too, to let you know, guys and gals. Those are hand carved. And this just says Anna. No date. And somebody scratched it. I hope they didn't do that on purpose. I don't like to see any desecrations of grave sites. This is MH 1872. Very beautiful. These are concrete. These are concrete. So the other ones, you know, you would think that, okay, this is 1872. That's not as old as these were 18. No, I guess, yeah, that's a little bit older. But they use concrete, so it's kind of cool. So also, let me show you something more that's it's very small here. So here are a lot of headstones just stacked against a tree, which I've seen this in not just Amish. I mean, this is my first Amish cemetery, but in many, many cemeteries. So look at this. Oh, here's one. Look at this. You can see the date, just the date. There's an M, and it looks like 1881 perhaps. But look at that. So I want to put it back to where it was. Look at these. Wow. And this is a marble one here. And again, oh, look at that. That's just nothing on it. I don't see any carvings Actually, you can see a little bit right there. Right in here, there's some carvings. I'm gonna put it back the way it was. I don't want to disturb. Let's see. Oh, look at that. That's okay. So this is slate, and you can see it looks like it says 18 something there. Wow. Oh, here's a really. I'm gonna put these back the way I found them. I don't want to be disrespectful at all. And here's some old carvings here. You can't tell. I don't know if it's upside down, right side up. I have no idea. I'm gonna leave that in place. There's a big marble stone here. Let's see. I don't see anything. Well, it looks marble, but I'm not so sure. This side looks marble, but the other side didn't look marble to me. Yeah, this is so cool. I'm so excited to be here. I am so excited to be here. My first Amish grave. I always wanted to come to an Amish grave. And here's another one that has nothing on there. It might have had a top that got broken off. Let me see. Oh, it looks like maybe the carbon. I can see it looks like an O there. So it's probably just somebody's initials. So what's this here? 1811, David Yoder. The 1905 wife, 1821, Sally Esch, 1902. Granddaughter of Bishop Jacob Esch and Joseph Johns, 1. That is so cool. But also look at this. Here's another one that's been, of course, broken. This had a lot of write-ins on it. A lot. And it looks like it's old German. Let me get closer here. That looks old German to me. So, again, my first, and here's a slab there on the ground. I'm not going to disturb it. So that tells me that it was probably a big headstone, obviously, and the biggest one out here, but broken. And of course there's woods back here, and I can see I don't know if you can see them, but there's no trespassing signs. Old posted no trespassing signs. That I don't think any hunters are going to go back there because it's all very heavily thickets. So, okay, so that tells me that there's a headstone there, a large headstone there. There's possibly other ones that were out here. Oh, here's one here in the ground. Look at this. I just saw this, it just caught my eye. That's definitely a headstone there. Yeah, it sure is. Usually I don't even move any of these, but I'm so excited. This is very thick and heavy, and it's in the ground pretty good. I'm not gonna try to dig it out. I'm not allowed to. And there's like a marker there. So who knows, with all these headstones that are stacked against a tree there, who knows how long, how big this place originally was, because I mean, there might even be headstones out here somewhere. I'm looking, I don't see anything in the ground. So again, a very small cemetery, and they probably lost a lot of these names. And somebody has an old bench here, has been here for a long time. And of course, all these headstones that are stacked here, they were placed in the right places at one time, and then they just got lost through time. And then I think what happened was somebody, maybe the Amish or maybe another organization, decided to come out here and start taking care of the place, because this is all new. Obviously, this isn't the originals, so that's new. That marble headstone there is new. They preserved very well this one, the original. So very cool that they did that. So yeah, so this is really, really interesting. This is, I can't even hold back my excitement of being out here. It's I'm looking also, looks like there might be more headstones over here. or pieces of them. Yeah. Well, that I'm not sure of. Those might just be rocks. And there's several. But I've been to enough graveyards now to understand that if you look around close enough, you're going to find evidence of other headstones in the ground. And of course, it's the fall. It's actually December, and it's very cold out here, and I'm not wearing a proper jacket. But as many graveyards I've been to now, I know if you look closely, you will find other headstones, which we already did find evidence against that other tree back there just beyond the fence line. So I'm looking for evidence of other headstones out here. I'm not seeing any. So I don't know how good the Amish kept their records. And that's interesting. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a cancer on a tree. Couldn't tell what that was. And oh, actually, another thing I just noticed, here's the old fence post. So they probably got most of the, so here's these wooden fence posts right here. These are the originals. And you'll see that quite often too at these old farm cemeteries, which I've been to several of them already. Actually, not that many, but the ones I have been to, you almost always find one or two or several old wooden fence posts. So that's it, folks. But that's it. This is it. Johnstown, Pennsylvania. And very cool Amish cemetery. So again, I can't hold back my excitement. I'll probably even come back out here again because I'm just so excited to be here. And but yeah, look at that. That is just, I'm surprised they used a lot of concrete back there. Even in here's, like I said, this is an old one, Barbara Yoder, baby, 1852, but this is concrete. So I mean, Amish, very productive people. You know, they're just quiet. They just keep to themselves because they want to. It's part of their religion not to mingle with the outsiders. And sometimes that's a good thing too, you know. But yeah, but I'm surprised they used so much concrete back in there. It's really cool. So, and they had some kind of stance with the, let me see, let me find one closer here. Yeah, they had some kind of stamping, because that's stamped into the concrete, the leaves, and they only used the two colors. And again, that's my 1881. So not a lot to see, but what there is here is so interesting. I just can't get over it. Cannot get over it at all. So let's go back here again real quick to the entrance. Here's the back side of the original, it says. And it looks like, yeah, that glass or plastic enclosure is cracked and damaged. But so I'm curious what those concrete poles were for. It just says original. So maybe this was the first person buried here. Maybe this is Jacob Ash, Bishop Jacob Ash. I don't know. I'm thinking that's what it is. And here's some deer droppings. Yeah, and see, here's a stone here. I know that is a piece of the headstone right there. You can just recognize it. Also the thickness of it and everything. So yeah, there's probably several of them lost out here. But that's it, folks. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will hit that like button and the subscribe button for me. And thanks for watching. And the more subscribers I get, the more I can keep doing this. Thanks for watching.